relate to others and make healthy choices. However, many children and students struggle with mental health issues that impact their full access to and participation in learning and results in behavioral inconsistency in school or program expectations. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, 13 to 22% of the school-aged youth and students experienced a mental health challenge at a level associated with formal diagnosis.
So the awareness of mental well-being is needed. So the registration has to be there for the students' mental well-being.
I'm Dr. Ganesh Tiwari, Principal, Indian Institute of Legal Studies, Siliguri. Today we have started 6th Youth Parliament at our ILS campus in offline mode. We started Youth Parliament to give exposure to young minds to learn the skill of debating in Parliament. In fact, we create a Parliament-like situation in our campus, and the students participating in the event act like a parliamentarians. So, in that way, they know the skill, how the bill will be produced, how the argument will be placed before, how the proceedings of Parliament is conducted. They come to know all about these things today. So Indian Institute of Indian Studies is conducting Youth Parliament for 6 years. Even during COVID pandemic, we conducted 4th and 5th Youth Parliament in online mode. After resuming offline this time, without wasting further time, we just given a platform to the students so that they can learn the skill of debating in parliament-like situation. It will be very helpful in their life. Even our Honorable Prime Minister is also from last year, he has encouraged all the young minds to participate in youth parliaments and at national level, at state level, at district level. So students are selected from district level, then they go to state level. After state level, they may participate. The winners will be participating in national level youth parliaments in every year. So this is a new development. The significance of youth parliament has increased, and this is very important for young minds to learn this skill. So to impart this skill, we have given a platform. The Indian Institute, which is a premier law institute of the region, has given a platform so that our young mind can imbibe and develop the skill of debate. Altogether 40 students are participating from different schools and colleges of the region. Our students are witnessing the proceedings, they will be learning the skills. In that way, they are also getting the exposure of parliamentary proceedings. Actually, my bill will be, they will be जो farmers bill पर है, and दूसरा टॉपिक है mental health पर जो है, क्योंकि during pandemic the student has gone enormous distress like situation. So how laws would be made to regulate the mental health. These two important topics have been chosen this year, and the student will be participating. One day today there will be on mental health, and tomorrow there will be farmers bills. The 3 farmers disputed bill which has been now presently withdrawn by the central government, and bill is going to be produced in winter session. It is already announced. But the significance of farmers bill has been always there. so that the student can understand the intricacies of farmers' bills. What are the pro and what are the cons of the bill, and they will be debating. The ruling party who is interested to pass the bill will place their argument, and the opposition party who is opposing the bill will argue, place their arguments. In that way, this proceeding of parliament will be conducted by speaker, and they will learn this. So two-day program, two topics. One first day, in mental health, law regulating mental health.
Indian Institute of Legal Studies has been organizing Youth Parliament program consecutively for the 6th times. Even in the pandemic, we had once organized it through online mode. Thanks to the governance that maintaining protocol of the COVID, this year we have been able to organize the Youth Parliament offline. As you all know, that the relevance of Youth Parliament is to prepare our youth for being a responsible, a responsive, and a very alert citizen of the future. So that Parliament, which is called the Temple of Democracy, can be deepening, can be made understood, and can be viable and operational. The most unfortunate part, not only in our state, throughout India, the most unfortunate part is that nowhere in the curriculum the parliamentary procedures or the procedures of the state assemblies are brought in the curriculum. Only the functions, the names, the structures, those are there. But how do they run? That's not there. So this is the platform, Youth Parliament, where they can understand what is going on inside the parliament or inside Vidhan Sabha in that sense. Inside parliament means, as you know, both the bodies, the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha in the Indian sense of the term. So conducting as a member, conducting as a speaker, conducting as the finance minister, for example, or the prime minister, or a responsible leader of the opposition, they can well understand what exactly would be their role. Simply you should know, and the students are being taught in that way, that what exactly would be. You cannot be disparate and you cannot be desperate to say something in the parliament. Everything is organized. The entire rules of procedures are there. You have to follow that. So the students are provided with an opportunity to know what exactly the rules are, how to behave, how to conduct, how to raise questions, who are given primacy, who are given importance in the parliament. For example, you may know, you may not know, that in the parliament, at the very beginning of each day's session, there is question hour given to the opposition. That is the beauty, that is the essence of democracy, that the majority, those who are running the government, they are not given the first chance to speak. But it is the people, they are the real voice, and they are without fear, and they are without bias, can speak out, which we people, those who are senior people, we have so many compulsions and we have so many conditions to be conditioned to speak. they do not have that kind of compulsions and conditions. So this is the real voice of the democracy. Our planning is, since it is a nationwide program, it has got so many stages. For example, we have the district level programs, we have the state level programs, provincial level programs, as well as we have the central level programs. All those committees have been constituted, how a bill is being legislated, what are the processes of our legislation. So these are the intricacies detailed. And our institution here over, Indian Institute of Legal Studies, they have already created a space for advanced studies because we have planned to initiate a postgraduate program, full-fledged postgraduate program of public administration and governance from the next year, where the undergraduate passed out students, they would be admitted belonging to social science categories in public administration and governance course, where all the intricacies of the government processes as well as of the legislature as well as of the judiciary. So this legislature, executive and judiciary's functions, everything in detail would be brought under the curriculum of the postgraduate program of public administration and governance from the next year. So I hope and I believe this is a unique program, postgraduate program, which is not at all available not only in our region, but almost in our state it is not available. But in the other parts of India, this course is very much popular because that would provide space to the future citizens to join in different services, competitive examinations, as well as they would be expert in the respective categories of field like legislature, executive and judiciary. And you would love to know that in USA, no one is admitted to join in the public governance system. They call, not like our administrative officers, they call public managers, without this postgraduate study of public administration. So this institution has already been approved by the respective affiliating agency to undertake this postgraduate program from the next year on public administration and constitutional governance. Thank you. Me, Dr. D.K. Sarkar. Presently, I am the Honorary Director of Indian Institute of Legal Studies. I have retired from the University of North Bengal, being in the capacity as a registrar there.